y'all, welcome back. We just got back from our mini vacation that we took. We went out of town for a little beach trip. My house is a wreck, y'all, but we still gotta make dinner. So what we're making for dinner tonight is some green enchiladas. My daughter is going away tomorrow to sleepaway camp for a week, and she said she wants a good, fulfilling meal. So that's what we're gonna give her. We are going to be cooking some green enchiladas together, and we're gonna be doing it with turkey meat. So let's get started. We're gonna do 2 pounds of the organic ground turkey, and we're gonna get that started on the stove. I also am gonna preheat my oven to 375. So that's done. We had the best time on vacation. We went for a little beach trip and it was so fun. We packed a lunch cooler so whenever we got there, we wouldn't have to leave the beach and then go somewhere all wet. So we had a really good time. It was just a day trip, so it was a lot of driving and the kids were exhausted. But if you guys want to see any clips of that, I did post a short, and it just gives like a couple of like little clips and stuff from inside of like just from the vacation and all the fun that we had. We'll just let this get heated up. I like to season with adobo. I don't have to drain this meat because it's pretty lean. That's one thing that I do love cooking with ground turkey. So let's just get all this mashed up. All right, as we wait for the ground turkey to get heated up and get it cooked up, I'm gonna start some jasmine rice. My family, we like to eat rice on the side of our food sometimes. So I'm just gonna pour 2 cups of this rice into a measuring cup. Then we'll just add a little bit of oil in the pan to get the pan start heated up, because we are gonna fry our rice up before we put our water in it. So we'll just let this heat up. We're gonna put a little extra adobo in here because I feel like as the meat cooks up, some of that flavor just goes away. All right, so we have the oil in the pan heating up here. We have our ground turkey going here, and we have our oven preheating to 375. I don't remember if I said 375 or 350, either one. So let's go ahead and get our rice poured in here. You can see it's up to 2 cups. So we're gonna pour that in there. Use a spoon and just coat it with some of the oil. All right, let that come up to temperature and start frying the rice. We definitely need to invest in some better non-stick cookware, but you know, everything takes time and everything is progress. So we make do with what we got. This is going, and we just continue to stir the rice around until it gets like a golden brown color. And trust me, you guys may be like, why are you doing that? But it makes the rice so much better, and it makes it so it's like not sticky. It makes it so it comes out of the pan really well. It's really a good step to do. We're gonna continue. 375 is what we put. I know I mentioned that I didn't remember what we set it to. 375 apparently. So just keep working at our meat, getting it ready. I'm so excited. She's going to go to camp tomorrow, but I want to make sure she is well fed the night before. I want to tell you guys a funny story while we're cooking this up. When we were on the road coming back, we had navigation going. Well, my husband we decided to make a pit stop for some beverages. Well, my husband had navigation on his phone going, and I had navigation on my car going. Well, we get off the highway, and my husband's like, okay, when you get up here, you're gonna veer to the right. And then all of a sudden, my car says, take the next right. So I took that right. And my husband was like, babe, you just listened to navigation on your car. And I was like, but you told me to go right. And he's like, yeah, but not here. It was so funny. We had so much that we got sidetracked. We went probably 15 minutes just wasting time. And I told him, I'm like, I cannot have 2 navigations going at one time while I'm trying to drive. So. But we made it. I had to pull this off the eye really quick because it was getting so hot. And then I looked down and I had it on a 6. So we're going to let that eye cool down really quick. But I just wanted to share that fun story with you guys. Alright, so this eye is cooling down, but I'm going to let you guys in on a little secret. Mixed vegetables in your rice is where it's at. My kids hate it. They're always like, Mom, don't put the vegetables in the rice. But I'm like, they eat it anyway. So I have this bag of mixed vegetables, and I just kind of eyeball it ever how much I want. That looks fine to me. That's enough. And then you see how the rice is like a brown color? There's some extra crispy brown, but that's all right. So we're gonna put this back in the freezer. We're gonna fill our measuring cup up because when you make 2 cups of rice, you need 2 cups of water to go in it. So this meat is almost done. We're gonna turn that off for a sec and cover it. We're gonna need 4 cups of water. This is 2 cups, so we're gonna have to do this twice. Okay, so we have 4 cups of water in here. And what we need to do now is we need to season the rice. I like to use this chicken bouillon as well as some salt. So we're gonna do that. Let you guys see this. And then we just do some regular pink Himalayan salt. For 4 cups of rice, I like to do probably about this much. I'm just gonna let you guys watch it because I really just eyeball it, but I think it's like 2.5 teaspoons, probably. Tablespoons. We'll do extra just for love. And then we are gonna do some Himalayan salt. We're gonna do some Himalayan salt, but it's as much as you like because we don't do a lot, like too much salt. We'd rather some flavor, but you could do ever how much you like. And then you have to taste it. Don't serve your family something you have not tasted. Perfect. So we're gonna let that go. We're gonna bring it to a boil, and then you're gonna cover it and do not lift the lid. Okay. So while that's going, we've got our ground turkey here. So we're gonna pull it off the eye. I got some flour tortillas at the store today. So we have those. All right, so we have our meat flavored up, and you could flavor your meat ever how you like it for your family. I like to do like a little bit of sour cream, some cheese, some taco seasoning, whatever I like. But this has tomato, cheese, and a little bit of sour cream. So you take your tortillas. All right, we have our pan here that we're gonna be cooking them in. So put a scoop in here. Keep in mind, we're still keeping an eye on our rice. You don't want it to get too hot because whenever you have to turn it down, it takes a little longer for your eye to come back down to temperature. So this is the folding method that I like. You just make kind of like a burrito. And then you just place them like this. And you just keep doing this simultaneously until you fill your pan. Give me 1 second and let me get this done here. As you guys remember, I'm a family of 7, so we need a big portion. I'm gonna make a little bit of corn ones for me and my husband because we do not eat gluten. So most of these will be for the kids. So I'll do some corn tortilla ones as well. But that'll be just on the side. And if you noticed, I am putting less meat in some of them because I do have smaller children and they don't need as much. Okay, so if you look here, I'm gonna show you guys. You see the bubbles that are forming in the rice? Okay, your rice is boiling. So that means we need to turn it down. So I like to turn mine to a 2 and then cover it and do not touch it. Do not touch it. Do not lift the lid or anything. So we're gonna leave that there on a 2. Okay, so you see we have 2 pans of enchiladas here. Now we need to put the sauce on them. I've got this green enchilada sauce from the store and some Monterey Jack cheese. I will make my enchilada sauce sometimes, but I really don't want to. So give your pans a good shake and open them up. Honestly, I don't even know how to make green enchilada sauce, but I can make red enchilada sauce. But my daughter tonight wanted green enchiladas, and I knew exactly what she was talking about. So make sure you coat them really good. Nobody likes a dry one. This is why we have 2 cans. We're going to get these nice and soaked. And I'm gonna leave a little bit. I'm gonna leave a little bit in this one because like I said, I'm making me and my husband some corn ones. And then you just put cheese on it and measure with love. Ever how much cheese you like is ever how much you put on there. So. And we are just going to use the rest of this bag. So we are going to put these in. And everything is really done on these. So you just really need to brown the cheese and heat everything up. I did that for my thumbnail, y'all. All right. In the oven they go. We have our rice cooking here. We have the rest of the meat here that I'm going to do for the corn tortilla ones. And I will show you guys the finished product when it's done. So mine and my husband's enchiladas are finished. I'll give you guys a peek. These are made with corn ones. And what I did is I warmed the corn tortillas up on the griddle. And I do it with oil. So they're sturdy. Whenever you put the enchilada sauce on them, they won't get soggy and tear apart. So that's why they look like they've been fried up a little bit, because they actually have. And we're gonna use the rest of our enchilada sauce. And we like queso fresco better, which is just like fresh cheese is what it means. So I'm actually gonna put that on top of ours. You just sprinkle it. On top. In the oven they go, and we're just gonna keep checking on them because, like I said, we're really just warming everything up, and then I'll probably put it on broil for about maybe 2 minutes at the max just to brown the cheese. And I wanted to show you guys, I have turned the rice off, so I'm going to show you what the rice looks like when it's finished. So we've got that turned off, so we're just going to push it back. All right, so I like the way they're looking, so let's just broil them. We need to stop the regular part, press broil, and then press start. So it is very, very important to keep, let me make sure my light is on. It is very, very important when you use broil to keep an eye on your stuff. You have no idea how much I have burned over the years using broil without watching it. I have these laid out here. These are for my Pyrex whenever they come out of the oven, because never, ever, ever put a hot Pyrex on a cold surface. Put it on something because they will break. You never know. We are looking good. So as you remember, I put the kids' enchiladas in here with the flour tortillas sooner than mine with the corn tortillas. So be very careful taking them out the oven. This is the part that I love about broil, because look at the toastiness on the cheese. It's so yum. And I promise you, it didn't take any longer than a minute and a half. So the ones that I just put in here, the corn tortillas, I'm gonna move them up, give them a little time on broil. Turn your oven off. Let's see. So dinner is officially done. Now, let's go get the family out of the pool. You want to show him your trick? Show him a cannonball.
You gonna jump, big guy?
Yo, watch his cannonball. Ooh. Woo! Yeah! Woo! Yeah! All right, you guys, dinner's ready. Go, Mateo!
Ooh.
Woo! You gonna do it again? Okay, come on.
Mama don't want you to hit it.
Ooh, backwards. All right, y'all, hurry up. The dinner's done. All right, guys, that is it for today's vlog. Thank you guys so much for coming along with me and making dinner for my family with me. Enchiladas is a simple meal, but my kids love it. And I just wanted to share with you guys in a little peek into my family life. I love being a mother. I love taking care of them. But from the bottom of my heart, thank you guys so much for subscribing to my channel, and can't wait to see you in the next one. Bye.